Hi, beautiful Taurus. Welcome to a new era. I don't know who I am today. I am Emma. This is your monthly reading for May of 2022. So we're going to start with 3 initial cards here and get into those energies to see what's going on for you for the month of May. And then there's going to be an extension if you feel like you resonate with this reading, where we're going to go even deeper. And you're so welcome there. Okay, Taurus for the month of May. I guess happy birthday is in order for some of you guys. Some of you early birds for the month of May, that is. First one is originality, blazing your own trail. So perhaps you're trying something new, you're doing something that is completely new to everyone or completely new to you, or both. Second card is children. We have the children card. So something is, either is your inner child that's really important at this stage, or you're just, there's a lot about children in your life right now. It says, know that your children are protected. And the third card out for Taurus, please, is... Oh, sorry. Half the deck. 1 or maybe 2 cards. Very clear, please. There you go. Competition. It's interesting because we have... We have 2 tigers, and the first one is like your inner child or your children, like know that your children are protected at this time. And then we have this tiger that with a very, very happy child sitting on top of this tiger, doing sort of like a 180, turning your life around. So if this is you, there's something here. Know that you're protected. Know that if you're going for what you want to go for, this blazing your own trail, trying something new, blazing your own trail, trying something new, playing with the elements there, bringing a new element into your life, or like bringing this new path into your life, or maybe your life is your new, like whatever's going on there is your new path, that you are safe, that you're protected, your inner child like can come out and play here, is completely safe. And by the looks of it, like this thing has been sleeping. Your dream, something has been sort of laying dormant or laying, it's not a disease, but that's like the analogy that I'm given. So it's like, I understand the analogy. It's not a disease. This is not something that will come up as a disease in your life. But I understand, like we say that, okay, we have every disease laying dormant in our body, and it's just that one thing that sort of needs to kick in for it to sort of set off. There's a whole other story around that. Like, that's not really the truth of things. Like, we need to shift. We need to be in opposition to vibration. We need to, like, all of that. So I don't know if that necessarily was the best analogy, but there's something there, like, within you. There's something there within you. There's just waiting for, like, the right signal, to sort of almost get like a green light to just go, like it's okay to go. And know that you're protected while doing that. Like you're doing a 180 in your life, turning completely things around, maybe even surprising to yourself, definitely surprising to others. But I don't know if this is something that you don't know if you were supposed to, like, to get to do, or like that, would you really pull it off? That type of feeling. We're going to go deeper and find out. And if this is your children, you're a little bit afraid of, like, if you're Taurus, if you're making a change somehow and you may have children, or like there's children involved, you might have a little bit of a concern if they're okay. Like, are they going to be okay with you moving, changing the career, changing your schedule? How is it going to affect them? What you're doing with your energy, how does that play out in your, like, immediate family? then just know that not only are they going to be okay, they're going to thrive from the changes that you're doing. They're going to be so freaking happy. Do you see how happy that child is? There's a child right there. I pointed it actually. Nope. Okay, going deeper into these energies here. We're starting with the originality, blaze your own trail. This is very much my Aquarius card. So you might have Aquarius in your chart. You might be dealing with an Aquarius right now, or it's just the Aquarius energy that you're feeling. I mean, we're coming into the Aquarius age, the Aquarian age right now. And it can just be the fact that your Aquarius is the typical innovator, the typical, like, they're not going to invent the wheel twice. They're really following their own path. If we're just completely generalizing Aquarius now, and that seems to be what you're doing. You're blazing your own trail. You're going somewhere where no one else has ever gone before. You're trying new things. You're trying to bring a new element. There's something with an element, whether that is like literally bringing. I was gonna make a joke, but it only works in Swedish, so that's gonna just fall flat. So never mind. What's a coffee maker? Time for a coffee break. You hear those signs, it's time to listen. It might be a silly thing like just having a sip of coffee, but no, from the top of my head, I can't remember what it was, but it was something yesterday or the day before. I was so proud that I listened to this sign. I just had this hunch, and I can't remember now what it was. And afterwards, when it played out that it was a good thing that I listened, I was like, so good that I listened. Anywho, there might be a real element that you're bringing in. Are you playing more with water? Are you playing more with fire, more with wind, more with earth? Like, are you more like becoming friends with a new element, literally? Or is this just like a new element? Like, is this like you're bringing something new into your life, or you're trying something new? Let's see. It seems to have like. Now I have to return to it. Wow. So if you've been with me for a while here now, you might have followed me when I was like getting a lot of magnolias there for a while. Do you see how, like all the way back there and all the way into the front here, it's just a gazillion magnolias. And if you listen to me in the past, it was a while there that the magnolia just kept coming up. It just kept coming up, whether it was in the card or whether it was just given to me. It just magnolias everywhere. And so I did a little research finally, and like, I better look this magnolia flower up. Like, I don't know what's up with it. It just keeps appearing. And the story behind it is that it's just the most awesome flower in the history of time. That the magnolia flower is the only flower that existed simultaneously, as far as we know, simultaneously with the dinosaurs. And at that point, as far as we know, we didn't have any bees. And apparently we need bees to what do you call that? To make the flower survive, to make the flower continue on. But we didn't have any bees then. We didn't have any bees then. We and the dinosaurs. And apparently it was fertilized, is what I'm trying to say, by a black beetle. He was like, I don't need bees. I can just take a beetle. The beetle just helped it. And not only did it survive, it thrived, and it branched out to 400. I had no idea about this. The magnolia flower exists in 400 different types. 400 different versions of itself. And it survived the dinosaur time without the bees. So it's the most surviving, thriving flower that we have. And there seems to be like I love that we are starting way back when. So this is like we're even starting with a dinosaur in the dinosaur time, and it's leading all the way till up till now. And then when I saw that, I was like, hey, wait a minute. That's what happens here as well with the trees. Like there's something starting way over there that is now leading up to right now. And then we had a fire element. It starts somewhere and it's leading up to right now. And you're even pulling in another element. You're making another element come in. You're pulling another element into the equation. And there's something like, it's just now making sense. Like from back to when Magnolias was existing and surviving and thriving, it's like an ancestral feel here. And we're coming into the Aquarius age. There's an ancestral feel, like where it's all coming together. And you're even a part of it, Taurus. I have to be honest, I don't really know where you fit into this story, where are you even like, are you the fifth element? Like, are you I love that movie, by the way. It was ages ago that I saw that movie. The Fifth Element with Bruce Willis. Anywho, should probably see that today. Probably see a whole bunch of different things in that movie as when it came out. There's something really profound here, and there's like a more depth to this. There's more story to tell here than I'm telling. Like it feels like I'm going to return to this card. Are you the fifth element? Are you the organizer? Are you the center of everything just coming in together? And you're sort of the catalyst for like what are you, Taurus? Blaze your own trail. Why is this here? Okay, I'm gonna get another deck. Sorry. Why is this here? What do you want to tell them? Why is this here for Taurus? It's a rainbow connection. It's playing with the stars. It's playing with the universe. Like if each and every one of us is star seeds, like if every single one of us is star seeds, is a star seed, you're like the grandfather's mother's mother. Like you are such an old soul. Like such an old soul. Moving on. Wow. I have to say what I saw first, and that is that I saw this pillar holding up this big, I heard holding down the fort. Like you're here to hold down the fort. Like you're here to like we can count on Taurus to be the one that holds down the fort. And then simultaneously I saw this pillar holding up the roof or holding up the ceiling. Is really solid. Like whatever you're trying to do right now, Taurus, is like it leads you. If this is like on a smaller scale, like in a really small scale, on a third dimensional, very home-based scale, this is you trying something new and you're moving forwards with something new, and it's going to be so successful. You're just stepping into the light. But it's like, I love how this is like, it makes me think of a baby or like a toddler when they're trying to walk, and if they just hold their own sweater, they think that they're safe. like they don't understand that the sweater doesn't do anything for them. The sweater doesn't give them support. If you fall over, the sweater is not going to do anything. But as long as they have the sweater, they think that they can walk. It's so freaking cute. And And you're doing that. You're not even, like, you're holding on to something, like there's like, you need to have this and you feel safe, like this if you just, you know how people like every time they go on stage to have something on them, that makes them feel like it brings them luck, or it brings them, at least it doesn't bring them bad luck if they don't have it with them, or they have the same pair of socks, nasty, same pair of socks every single, like same number, same, you know. So it feels like a little bit of a lucky token, like a thing that you have with you. But it's also like, okay, as long as I'm holding on to this thing and it's so freaking new, so you're the moving forwarder with this thing, with this shift, that it doesn't even have a. For some reason, I'm getting this analogy, and so many years ago, I started to channel this energy form that called themselves Orion. At that time, I'd never heard of Orion. At that time, I was so insecure, and I Googled it immediately. I did not sort of just find that reassurance within myself. I didn't sit in meditation and like, if I got Orion, I could have just asked, who's Orion? Like, who are you? I'd never heard of that name. I didn't know. I heard of the. I knew of the Orion's belt as a star constellation, the 3 stars, Orion's belt. But that's about it, you know. And it was like channeling Orion. I don't know. It didn't fit what I thought was going to come through, and I just kept Googling it, and no one, literally, I found nothing. That could have just been law of attraction, me feeling like I never heard of this. And when you have never heard of something, or you feel like you can't find someone else doing the same thing, you just won't find it. But a couple of years went by, and then I sort of felt like stumble, but it probably wasn't. I stumbled over this page with this guy who said that he was channeling Orion. I was like, what? And that gave some sort of validation or confirmation to me. Like, I didn't feel like I was so maybe making it up. Why does it have to be so new that I don't find any information about it? And then years and years later, I was like, that's brilliant. It's brilliant that I didn't find anything about it, because I got to make up my own mind about what Orion was for me. I got to initially make because when I find the site, when that guy who channeled Orion as well, I'm so happy that it was just a couple of years later, because I formed my own personal opinion about who and what Orion was before this guy came on, because he said he had a little bit of a different take on Orion and a little bit of a different vibe. And of course it's going to be different because we're different people, so we're going to channel different things, even though it's sort of from the same source. And I was so happy that I had enough time to create my own, shape my own belief around Orion before any other information came in. There's something to it here that the path is so new. The element that you're bringing into this is so new that the support or the looking for to someone else that has done this before, you just won't find them because they haven't, because you're the first. You're probably literally the first person to walk this path. And it's 6, so it's love and harmony. It's all beauty right there. And then I feel like these two really belongs together, the children and the 180 with the child on top. So why is that here for Taurus, please? Such a cool reading. What is it that you're doing? Why is this here for Taurus, please? The Tiger cards. And I'm not too into the, maybe there are a lot of eclipses right now. Are there a lot of eclipses right now? Something with the moon. It can be like a solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. There's something here, like this turnaround, this speed is picking up around a really powerful eclipse. see a lot of moon cycles there. In Taurus, you are very much, even that, like it's like you have your own story with the moon. Like everyone else would say this about the moon, and Taurus would say, well, you have that relationship, but thank God that didn't look into Google. Thank God Google didn't exist on my time. So I didn't know what the moon meant. So I formed my own opinion about the moon. Like the moon means this for me. Does that make sense? Okay, why is this here for Taurus, please? Probably final message here before we move on into the extension. There you go. Okay, stop. Patience, my friends. So it's a new beginning for the heart. It's a new beginning for the heart. I'm going to read out of the book for this one. I just see the seed, like the seed is in the palm of your hand. The seed is already here. The ethers, like the both sides. I love that song. Both sides now. The ethereal and the physical, like it's all here already. It's in the palm of your hand, and it's a new beginning for your heart. Number 14. Patience. This card signifies the need for patience, self-control, adjustment, moderation, and balance when dealing with others, as well as yourself. This could be in the areas of how you think and work, and how you handle school, recreation, the people in your life, or the spiritual path that's set before you. You just need to be patient with yourself, with the path that's set before you. As a soul, you have more than one aspect of yourself to draw on for support. Wait, this is so interesting because I just said this is so new that you can't rely on anyone else for support. Like you can't look to someone else that has sort of walked this path before you because you're the first one to do it. And now here it says, as a soul, so not friends or people around you have walked this path before, but your soul, and that's why I said with this starseed, like you're so freaking old. As a soul, you have more than one aspect of yourself to draw on for support. It's all about integration and learning to blend and balance both the physical and the spiritual. And now I have to sort of reconnect that because I talked about integration. And who did I talk about that with? Is that the wrong? Who did I talk? I can't remember now. But it's so much more about like integration than healing. You learn something and you grow from it, and there's the integration from it rather than healing from it. Anyway, and here it is, the integration. Integration and learning to blend and balance both the physical and the spiritual. You're an ethereal being in a physical body, enjoying a human experience. Therefore, since you're both, you should honor all of you. If you go through life denying yourself the joy of combining these aspects, you're missing out on so much of what the world has to offer. Why accept a life that's half-lived? The Patience card reminds you to open your heart and mind and allow yourself to listen to the other. The Patience card reminds you to open your heart and mind and allow yourself to listen to other people's ideas, thoughts, and perspectives. Blissful harmony can be achieved when everyone learns to work as one. All benefit. Listening, sharing, and reaching out will help you renew your faith in yourself and humankind. You'll become more aware of the miracles around you as well as the ones that you have a hand in creating. So what I'm getting with this card, I see the time is a little bit much there, is that to just be patient with what patience is going to serve you as you now bring this new element into your life, as you start to walk this new path. And as you're the person that they're going to come to for answers, because you're the first one to bring it in. And if you're going to lean for support, go to your own soul. This is a new beginning for this heart of yours. I'm going to move this into the extension and see what else I can find there for you. Very interesting start here. So if you resonate with this reading or are like just intrigued or inspired to go deeper into this message, you're so welcome to the extension. There are 2 ways to getting there. Just read about them in the description box and see whatever fits you better. If not, thank you so much for watching, Taurus. I really, really appreciate you coming here watching these videos. And if you haven't already, please consider to subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel a lot. I just want to spread my word and get this channel to grow. And even put a little thumbs up there. If you like what you see, it really helps me to know that the content that I'm putting out there is interesting, or it doesn't serve me or you to sit here and do these videos if it doesn't serve you. Okay? So thank you so much. See some of you guys in the extension. Bye.